Hey, welcome back to another episode from Life for Living Well. My name is Richard. Before I dive into the topic that I bring for us this week, I'd like to say if you'd like to know one or two things about this community, Life for Living Well, you can find it out on our website at www.lifeforlivingwell.com. And if you'd like to send me an email or you'd like to join the uh, weekly magazine that we release every week along with the podcast, you can just put your email into the mail list forms and you will be receiving the notification every time we push article out there on our platform. So let's dive in without taking much of your time. So the topic that I'm looking at this week is what I call the trait of a focused person. 5 powerful benefits of developing laser-like focus. And is there anything that we all suffer from, or majority of the population, including myself, is ability to focus for a short time or long time. Our attention is being driven by so many interests. Interest that is our direct benefit to us, short time or long time benefit. In many cases, most of these attention seeking events that happen in our life, whether through friends, whether through family, it has nothing to do with the bigger picture and the long time focus. So that's why this particular topic is very important. And if you are familiar with this podcast or platform, we normally take one person individual and build our message around it. So we use their code and then we build message around it. So I'm going to a character word and I'm taking one of the heroic and one of the important individual in that word. It's called Bruce Lee, and he put it this way: successful warrior is the average man with a laser-like focus. So, like if we can bring that kind of attitude to every other part of our life, you will see a measurable and transformative change beyond our expectation. And because we are not be able to focus a bit long to a particular up thing that we're doing, it's very difficult to measure the success to it. So if you are committed to becoming the best version of yourself, there has never been a more important time to develop focus. And I hope that by the time, if you're patient enough and you listen and follow this podcast to the end, perhaps you might able to get one or two points that you are not familiar with before, and then you can put into practice, and then you can start see the positive and measurable change that you expect in your own life in a matter of months. So in today's fast pace, distraction filled world, focus is no longer just a valuable skill, it is essential. So that's why people escape to solitary place. That's why the writer have a solo place where they can go and do their writing. Where the people that work on a project, sometimes solo project, they work solely alone, like a lion, and they focus on that without overstretch themselves and distract themselves with the noise or discouragement. A lack of focus is one of the greatest obstacles to personal growth and meaningful progress. So, because when you start something, what begin to happen is that your attention is being moving to another thing, and you begin to focus on something new completely. So many people feed their days with endless activities, notifications, and responsibilities. While staying busy may feel productive, it often disconnects us from our true priorities. So, what are our true priorities? It could be your emotions and long term goals. Some people, even if they cannot taste the food, they just know something good because they are eating, but their mind is in somewhere else. Many times we are all guilty of this. So, have you ever eat intentionally? Have you ever eaten intentionally? Have you ever do anything intentionally where you are not just there with the body, but your mind is somewhere else? So, before exploring the benefit of focus, it is worth asking an important question. Why is it so difficult to stay focused, even for a few minutes? Try it. Try to block first 30 minutes and say, this is the only thing I'm going to focus my attention on before a thought and idea pop up in your mind and you quickly go to respond to it. One day I went for a walk with a friend of mine and he came with a 6-year-old son. But the boy taught me something about myself as an adult. And it was like a mirror to us. So as we jogging, the boy is jogging with us. So we're going with the pace of the child. And we are willing to stop and walk or carry the boy if we feel tired. So every flower on our path of the we're running, see the butterfly, the boy will stop and admire those flowers, play with them for a few seconds, and his dad will call his name and to say, "Come on, let's go," and they will be going. And maybe in 1 minute or 2 minutes later, we stop again. And then I saw a lady with her dogs, the dogs without a leg, and the dog is doing the same thing. It's moving from left to the right. It's get distracted with something in the with over the weeds and distracted by other dogs. And until I get home and I ask myself, why is it that the boy focus was all over the where, all over the place? Yes, children, it's very difficult for them to focus on things for long. It's part of their growth and it's part of the nature. But it's also even more difficult for adults to realize that we as an adult also suffer for the same thing, especially now where we live in a world where people want instant results, instant satisfactions. That's why you have so many, go to supermarket, you have so many ready-made breakfasts, ready-made lunch, ready-made dinner. You have clothes, shoes, you don't even know where that clothes made from. You listen to the music, you love the music, but you are not pay attention to ask the question that what is motivation behind this music? Could it be this musician is going through a particular struggle in their own lives? How is that struggle reflecting or relating to myself right now or in the past or in the future? We don't. And then I realized that even adult that are shaping the child is the child that's supposed to teaching us as well. And then I started looking into area of many things that I put my hands on, but because I just followed the ideas and the focus was so spread so thin that I'm never going to get anything done if I don't change that. If I don't put my energy and focus on one thing at a time and then decide what is priority, what impact this particular project are short term and long time. Did I need to leverage by using some of my resources to acquire people that are better off in that area than me and share those ideas what I want to manifest? So I begin to making a different decision. I begin to be more aware of my own chaos, my own lack of attention and focus. So I don't know where you are right now. Are you the one that use business to ensure that you are focused and you know what you are doing? Is that what you are doing now have any direct impact to where you want to see yourself in 5 years' time? So these thoughts often spiral into worry, stress, and even anxiety before you had the chance to begin your morning. So just imagine how we think about our daily routine. From the moment you wake up, your mind can quickly become overwhelmed with thought about everything that might happen during that day. So when our inner world is filled with chaos, it becomes almost impossible to manage our outer world effectively. Uncontrolled thoughts, unregulated emotions, and negative thinking patterns can all prevent us from developing deep focus. So consider the external distractions only make the challenge greater. If you already have a distraction, like if you already have a focus within ourselves, attracting more external distraction only make the challenge even greater. So let me give you an example. Smartphones, social media, constant notifications, work pressures, personal challenges, and even the people around us compete for our attention every day. Even the most disciplined individuals experience period of distraction. The difference is that they intentionally return to their natural state of focus. So if you bring them away from their focus momentarily, and they can also bring themselves back into it because they are more conscious, they're more aware of what they need to do, where they want to go. So take a moment to reflect on these questions. So I have three questions that I would like to throw to you, and I want you to take a moment to reflect on them. How much time do you spend simply being still without distractions? The thought of what to cook, the dinner, the lunch, the phone call you have to make. Oh, the message that popped into your phone when you went to the bed last night. Have you ever just sit down with your cup of tea or coffee or water and thinking about nothing, only even for 5 minutes? Or does the thoughts of the feedback or message your siblings throw to you during your conversation play again and again in your mind? You try to put your interpretation and meaning to their behaviors, which we do. So, the question number two, what does your natural state of mind feel like? Is it disorganized? Is it chaos? Is it panic? Is it calm? How would your life improve if you became more focused? That's number three. So, I want you to go back and listen to these questions again and ask you those questions. Sometimes the answer for it might not come straight away. Be comfortable with that. Ask those questions. How would your life improve if you became more focused? And we're in July, which is half of the year. We can still make an impact in the remaining months that left for 2026. So let's look at the benefit of being a focused person as I'm rounding up. Number one, increase productivity. Focused people consistently move toward their goals with patience, discipline, and determination. They manage their time wisely and prioritize what matters most instead of reacting to every distraction. Number two, greater effectiveness. A focused person eliminates unnecessary distractions and spend their energy on activities that create meaningful results rather than simply staying busy. And number three, reduce stress. People with strong focus tend to accept responsibility for their actions and remain committed to their priorities because they avoid constant mental clutter. They are often calmer and more resilient during challenging situations. And that takes me to number four, stronger relationships and engagement. Focus isn't only about work, it's also strengthening relationships. Focus individuals listen attentively, communicate thoughtfully, and give people their full attention, creating deeper trust and stronger connections. And number five, better decision making. A focused person makes decisions with clarity and confidence rather than trying to please everyone. They stay committed to their values and trust their judgment. So you might ask, "Okay, that this is nice. I would like to have this. How can I have it?" So this is what research shows, and this is the observation of those people that develop these particular skills into their own life. How to develop the trait of focused person. Like any valuable skill, focus can be strengthened through consistent practice. Consider incorporating the following habits into your daily routine. Meditation. It doesn't have to be anything magical to do. It could just be 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Just listen to your heartbeat. Things that make you to focus on one thing at a time. And if you practice this thing, you begin to increase the time. It was Japan that I said that people meditate for 2 minutes. Before I have the opportunity to observe that, I tend to think that if I meditate for 10 minutes, I'm wasting my time, or anytime the thoughts come to my mind, I need to abandon it because it's not for me. But because I dogmatically put into it, and even when my heart or my mind move to another place, I bring it back and it becomes natural. So number two, mindfulness. So number two, as I said, is mindfulness practice. So if you don't understand it, please Google for it, search for it, and there is many way of practice mindfulness. You could even do it in your house. Let's say you're washing your plates. The time you are eating, do you feel the food? Can you smell it? Can you taste it? Can you, when you chew it, can you see how your teeth are grinding the food? Or how do you feel how the food goes through? Or it's different to when you are eating, but your mind is in the presentation that you have to do at 1 o'clock. So you just throw something to your body without really know what exactly you put in there. So mindfulness practice is something that will push you to be in the present without your mind be traveled to things that you have no control about it, the future or the past. And number three, intentional living. So you get more or you arrive to where you want to go if you actually be more intentional in a lot of things, not the thing that people drop into your table. And number four, limiting digital distractions. So you have the control of it. Perhaps you choosing about the platform you want to put your attention to and the time you want to engage with your phone, whether at any time from 8 o'clock, no phone call, no chat, no YouTube video, nothing, no TikTok video, nothing. And first time in the morning, no social media until certain time in the day. This is going to be hard, especially if your life and your happiness is also attached to instant notification. And that take me to number five, daily reflection or journaling. Do you put your thoughts, your thinking down in a book, in a journal? Did you write honestly, collectively? And that takes me to the final one, which is number six, prioritizing one important task at a time. If you're going to spend 10 minutes on a particular task, make sure you spend 10 minutes without distracting yourself from it. Don't be working on two things at the same time. Finish one thing and then try and move on to another one. So final thought, as I move around my time already. Focus is not about doing more, it's about doing what matters most. Every moment you reclaim your attention, you move one step closer to becoming the person you aspire to be. The quality of your focus ultimately determines the quality of your life. Protect it, strengthen it, and allow it to guide your personal growth and success. I hope this message helps someone. Until we meet again, please stay safe and have a wonderful time. Thank you for your time and thank you for listening to this podcast. Ciao.